For the past 8 days, we've been pushing you to the limit with questions, asking you to reevaluate every inch of your family relationship. So today, we're giving you a gift. Please welcome Judge Lynn Toller with the gift of answers.
All of a sudden, who walks through the room but a judge? Uh-oh.
Eden, we'd like to know, do you resent Corey's success? And Corey, your question is, do you respect Eden? Courtney, as the third party entering into an already established family, I'm gonna ask for your point of view. Is Corey participating 100% in family boot camp?
Do you still blame me for all the conflict?
Have you learned to trust us?
I came here because Laura said she couldn't trust us and we were liars. Do you think that I'm still a liar, yes or no?
The question we're gonna ask Alexis is, do you blame your mother for your failed marriage?
Okay.
Penelope, do you leave family gatherings because you are bothered by Alexis and your grandchildren? Because that's how she feels.
I am nervous and I'm not nervous. It was just gonna be what it was gonna be.
I'm not too nervous about taking a lie detector, although, I think anybody is going to get nervous before taking a lie detector because you're like put in the hot seat and it's just like, don't breathe wrong, don't say this, like.
I'm too old to lie. I mean, why?
Doing the lie detector test was fine. It was just when, they kind of switched up the questions and then, made me kind of ask something that I wouldn't ask.
Jane, did you knowingly mismanage the money that Aaron made in his childhood? And for Aaron, do you blame your mother for your substance abuse?
I've done a lot, to work on my health and I've also put a lot out there, so I don't want that to be my narrative and what's going on in people misconstrued something that's going on in my present when it's actually in my past, and I still work on it every day.
When I had heard that Aaron and Jane didn't want to take the lie detector test, people take things differently. Their anxiety levels are different, so I can't judge anybody on how they experience things. If that's their feeling, truth or not, that's just their feeling. You gotta rock with what people give you.
To be told what to ask somebody, that was my issue. It wasn't really that I didn't want to take the test, but it was that I didn't want to be told what to ask someone. So I had an idea of a question that I was okay with, and we all kind of came in with these ideas of questions, but then when the questions were turned around, that really didn't represent what I felt I needed to know. Respect is subjective.
And they define that for you very clearly when they get
Very
up there.
clearly.
It's
They
a
find out
long
your
process.
version.
They find out your
of
version of
respect.
respect, what it means, what it doesn't mean. They get specific, they get down deep with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna trust the process, guys, because so far it's been leading us in the right direction.
Yeah.
So I'll trust it.
It sounds like he doesn't have 100% of your respect.
Correct.
Okay, so if we had an understanding on percentage,
85%.
but is that 85% of the respect that you have for him a true, wholehearted respect?
Once we went over kind of the parameters of how this thing goes, and once I knew I already knew what the question was going to basically be, only thing I had to do is just be honest. And since I felt like my honesty was the answer anyway, I mean, it was a no-brainer.
Gloria,
Yes, ma'am.
Laura asked you, do you blame Laura for the conflict in your family? And your answer was?
Yes.
And there was no deception indicated.
Yes. She blames you. I don't know why.
That's crazy. I would never have thought that of her.
Me either.
Laura, your parents asked you, do you trust them? And your answer was?
Yes.
And no deception was indicated.
Trust is us.
No deception, no deception. There was no deception indicated. Penelope, we rephrased Alexis's question to you and asked, do you leave family gatherings because you are bothered by Alexis and your grandchildren?
Yes.
And there was no deception indicated.
I don't think that's a good thing.
I mean, I'm glad my mom told the truth. I am devastated that the truth was so hard to hear.
I can go up and hug a stranger easier than I can hug a family member. And I don't know what that's all about myself.
My advice for Alexis and Penelope would be, Alexis, you know better, so you do better. Some people don't know how to do that, and you have to accept it to be able to help and or move on from it. And for Penelope, I would say it's there what she would want her daughter to hear. It's there in her. I don't know if it's there for her to say. So I feel like you should continue to work on whatever her needs are to try to help fulfill them. Even if you don't know them, fake it until you make it.
Corey, we asked you, do you respect Eden? And your answer was?
Yes. One of my biggest fears is that anybody ever tries to actually think that I'm a liar, because honesty and truth is so very important to me.
And deception was indicated. Oh.
I think we have a lot of misconceptions with whether these actual polygraph tests work or not. But that aside, I feel good about it, because at the end of the day, you can point a finger at me, you can burn me at the stake, you can call me a liar, whatever. I don't care. I know the truth. I know the truth in my heart, and my brother knows where I stand, and that's the good news. So we're okay.
I didn't agree with what they said about Corey's test result. Basically, they were like calling him a liar, and he's not a liar. He respects his brother. And I think we've seen that through this whole process. Respect is earned, okay? If you're not doing things that are like, you know, granting you respect, then you're not gonna get the respect back. You have to give respect in order to give respect back. That's how it works.
Look, we're making improvement. We've made a lot of improvement. I think this has been our primary issue. So it's gotten a lot better. I don't expect perfection throughout the course of a 10-day boot camp. So I'm not like hurt over it. I'm not mad at him. I just know that respect is a two-way street. I get that, and we're getting closer to that street.
Some of you got answers you wanted, some of you did not. But these are the things that you needed to know to make the decisions that you have to make about if and how you're going to move forward in the relationships with your family.